I have crippling depression.
I get Matt's so done.
What's up, tools? I'm Devastator XD.
I'm Killer Monkey.
I'm Spaz.
Is it suicide if you're already dead inside? Boy!
Sick.
What the?
What? That was
Fletcher.
the plan.
What's your name? What's your name?
Oh, my name is Dre Fisher.
He's just Drift Fisher.
Okay, sick.
Alright,
Okay,
so
let's begin.
Suicide.
It's definitely still suicide.
okay, well anyways, y'all know the game Grand Theft Auto 5, right? It was a great game when it came out in 2013, and you know, I've had it since before online was even a thing, so did mine. And you know, when online first came out, it was a phenomenon. It's the best thing any of us had ever seen. And then as it went on and on and on, like the first 2 years, it was great. It was amazing. Best game ever. We all
Didn't play it after that.
Well, mine, you quit playing it, but me, Matt, and Fletcher, we all played it for forever. Like that would be the only game we would play for months on end. And then it just started going down with the DLCs. You know, everything just went to crap after Heist, in my opinion. It just went to crap. No DLCs were good. They were fun for like a day, and then they just were crap. And you know, you got all these YouTubers that do a bunch of crap with, like for GTA, like OMG, new DLC leaked. OMG, oh, this is the best DLC ever. No, it's not. It sucks. It's fun for like a minute, then you get everything. After that, it's just stupid because the adversary modes suck. Most of the game modes they add in suck. The vehicles, majority of them are overpriced and suck. Like everything just sucks. The clothes are bad. New tattoos, there are none.
In my opinion, it needs to have more than just a couple cars and some new clothes to be considered a DLC or a big update.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they need to add in like a Heist 2 update if they really
Yeah.
want to bring it back to the level they were
That's
at.
what I was thinking. I think everyone's just disappointed because now that Heist is out finally, because that was hyped for like over a year.
And no,
Oh, yeah.
remember,
Now that
Heist,
that's out, there's nothing that they can do that can really compare.
and I remember Heist was supposed to be out on release day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
we're
so
coming,
technically they were
coming
actually
from someone
hyping it for 2 years.
who's bought 2 supercars and had to sell them back, and they were each $2 million, and they sold for 1.2 million, and then you just
Rip.
go home and slit your wrists.
Boy,
Well,
Let's
they're
all
not
just
fast.
calm down
Don't
here.
listen to all
I
the
have
other
100% limit
YouTubers. They're
on
not fast.
car.
We raced them. Okay, the 2 fastest supercars are the T20 and the Zentorno, because we raced them too, fully upgraded, and they were
and Z2's been there since the beginning.
Yeah.
First, it was
Matt's
the
gonna have to do a lot of
third, it was
censoring.
first- it was-
DLC car.
Zatorno came out in the third update because the first supercar that was ever added in any DLC was the Turismo.
Oh
R.
yeah.
The
That's my bad.
500,000. That was the first one. Then Zentorno. I think that was either the High Life or the Business update.
Wow,
before
you've
that
been
one
here
came
longer
out.
than Fletcher, and you didn't even know.
Wow.
Shut the up, man.
Oh, Sam.
Sorry, I have a mic.
I'm on I'm on PC, so I just use mods for single player, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that really bugs me the most about it is that, you know, you got all these YouTubers that are, you know, Rockstar fanboys. And don't get me wrong, Rockstar's a amazing company. Like they have made some of the best games I've ever played. But, you know, they do have their bad moments. And currently, GTA Online, right now, is in a bad moment. All right? I mean, I
You
still
can just tell
don't
by
think...
the player base. Just
Yeah, I mean-
Isn't it September 17th is coming up on his 3rd birthday?
Mhm.
And they're still trying to make DLCs for it.
I don't think they're having a bad moment. I think that It's just you play a game for a certain amount of time. No matter what game it is, you play it for a certain amount of time. It's going to
Mhm.
get boring. It doesn't matter what game it is.
Mhm. Like I played Counter-Strike since 7th grade, and I
I
just
have
stopped playing
over
it
2
recently.
months. I have over 2 months in Grand Theft Auto. I've checked the hours. That's why it's boring for me. I spent 2 months in that game.
Well, I mean, but
That's
but
crazy.
but still, it's just that you would think that because we play we all right, but we played that game like for forever, like legit. That would be the only game we would play. That was the only game we played for like 9 months, like at a time. Then we had to take a break for like a week, and then we go back to like 9 month cycle.
Well, I mean, as soon as Mun left back in like 360, like mid 2014,
Yeah.
when Mun left, and then like a few months later, I got on, and Parkman had played, and one of our other friends had played, and John Lewis had played a little bit. So basically, it was just me and Sam playing for
Yeah.
A year and a
5 or
half.
6 months,
Yeah.
and then Matt came around, and then we all got depressed.
And that made things worse.
I got here a
Like,
week
legit.
before Heist, and then
Yeah.
like during Heist, maybe a week after Heist, James came.
And then that was the bomb.
And then James left. No, we left James.
No, we left James. We left him behind. There's no room for the weak on one.
Sick.
You mean the poor?
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Snap. Pretty
Edgy.
dirty.
Ooh.
Okay.
I think the problem is what they've been doing is, the Heist was so exciting, and then they just went back to doing normal things like new cars or whatever,
Yeah.
and then they decided to make cars more and more expensive. I saw a video about it. Everything was really cheap. The Zentorno probably, I mean, it is like the top 2 best supercars in the game.
That's because they want you to buy shark cards and make more money.
Yeah, exactly. That was one of the best. It still is. That was before Heist. Then it was like a 9-month period of no DLCs right before Heist. Then Heist came out, and then they waited 2 months, and then Ill-Gotten Gains Part 1 and Part 2, and then those added the $10 million jet and the $2 million cars and stuff. So I think right after Heist, I think they decided that now that they have Heist, it's going to be super easy to get money. But Heist got boring because I've done each Heist about 10 times each, so
Yeah.
that's
Well,
boring
And
too.
also, it's like whenever they do add a new gameplay feature, it feels like gets really repetitive really fast. For example, the newest one where you become a CEO. What's it called?
Yes.
That's part of it. That's like in online.
That's part of
It's-
the free mode.
Yeah.
Finance and
Yeah,
felony.
yeah, that's it. Basically, what you do is you just do the same jobs every time, and just
Honestly,
keep trying to grind money.
like you were saying though, I do think finance and felony was kind of a step in the right direction. I think that was
definitely. At least they added
that's been their
gameplay.
best deal.
100%,
That's been their
yes.
best DLC since Heist. And then the newest DLC, the one with the fancy the racetracks, the cars suck and they're way overpriced, but the actual
races,
The
stunt
motorcycle's
races are
good.
fun.
The motorcycle's good. That one motorcycle we got,
Yeah, the I don't know what the name
I don't
is,
know what
but
it's called, but it's a good motorcycle.
yeah, it really is.
Hey, Rockstar, if you see this, which you probably won't, no more fucking supercars.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
doing supercars.
Let me, I looked at it. I was looking at it in the game. They had, I think there were 9 or 10 supercars that were in the game in total before Heist came out. And then
there were.
in the last like 2 or 3 DLCs, they've added 9 or 10 new supercars, and they've all been not good,
Crap.
and they've all been over $1 million. 3 or 4 of them over $2 million. One of them is almost $3 million.
It's insane.
I mean, it's just gotten out of control.
Try and get that
And
microtransaction.
the Comet, the one that I bought, the supercar that I bought, what was it called?
It's a sports car.
Well, I
Comet's
know
a
that the
sports
Comet is a sports car. I mean, the supercar that I bought, what was
Oh,
it? Was I don't know.
know.
It was 1.95.
The Reaper. Is that it?
No, not that one. That was the other one that he bought.
Oh,
Yeah, that
was
was the other one that I bought. Okay, and then I had to
And
sell
then
that
you
one too
sold.
because it sucked. No, there was one. It was 1.95 from the stunt DLC, and I'm pretty sure they're adding another DLC. Like maybe like just added it because I saw something somebody streaming about it. But I bought that car, and Fletcher raced his Comet against it, and he whooped my ass.
So his car
Nico
cost with
Daddy?
fully upgraded. His car cost about $2.2 million. You think that's about right?
Yeah.
Probably around,
Mhm.
somewhere around
Yeah.
there.
Somewhere around there.
And then the Comet cost $100,000 to buy, and then about $100,000 to fully upgrade. So I beat him with a $200,000 car versus a $2.2 million car.
Yeah, that's insane.
I mean, the interior was cool in that car, but
And then that's
Nobody-
it
that's
wasn't
a
worth 2.2
supercar
million
versus
though.
a sports car. But I think everyone that still plays or had played probably about a year or two ago knows that the Masacro sports car is
Oh, yeah.
definitely the best sports car in the game,
Yeah.
and it costs $250,000, and then plus another $150,000 to fully upgrade. Still, it's still the best supercar in the game. They added a new supercar, the Dubachi 770. It
Yeah.
costs, what does it cost? $2 million, I think, or maybe it's a little over. I can't remember. Something. No, it's 2 million.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
about
it's
2
one
million.
point seven or something like that. So fully upgraded, 2 million. It's Masacro about $400,000, best supercar in the game. Dubachi 770. $2 million. It's the 20th best supercar in the game, speed and acceleration wise. 20th.
You
So
said
basically, the
Masacro
Masacro
was
pricing,
the best
the pricing on the
supercar?
cars are just really broken.
What'd you say, Matt?
No, you said supercar every time it's sports car.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, sports car. I mean,
But the only thing that like really bugged me, like there was so much hype for the Lowriders DLC because everybody was saying like
Yeah.
like the Lamar missions were gonna be like freaking heist. Everybody was like hyping those up. And they sucked. There was one fun mission, and that's where you crash a funeral. And that was the only fun mission. The other ones, I mean, the cars were overpriced. They were crap. They weren't good for anything.
I
Basically,
liked them
whatever you
probably
can
for,
get with the
like,
cars
first,
is you
like,
can get
hour,
they're much
maybe.
cheaper.
I like
Basically
like
what-
the,
Go ahead.
I like the cars for like the first hour maybe because I like playing with the hydraulics. But
yeah, it was fun for like 35 minutes or so. One thing they could do that'd make me excited again is if they'd finally add the aircraft carrier into free mode. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Yes.
I'd play
Oh
with
my-
that for like a day.
For like a whole
And
day.
then go back to other games.
and make it like actually difficult like the military base used to be.
Oh
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, true.
Dude, the
Before you had,
military
like,
base used to be
indestructible-
freaking impossible.
Before you had indestructible cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that. I don't even go in there with the insurgency thing.
I go in there with my motorcycle, but I mean,
I go in there with a
so much
motorcycle
easier.
or a supercar. The tanks just they miss. They can't hit you.
Unless you
Oh.
stop, then you're
Most of
fucked.
the time they hit
Train
me. I don't know. I just have
professionals.
terrible luck. Like seriously, I'll pull like
You do.
no. I'll get in like if I ever like wherever I go, I'll get in the plane and then a tank pulls right in front of me and I'm like, oh my god, I hate my life. So I try to pull up and when I pull up, he shoots me and I'm like, wow, kill me.
Well, I think James actually has a little worse luck because it was me, James, John Lewis, and Peter playing once. All right, and we went to the military base. All right, and so we all got jets, so we were flying out. You know how jets will come after you?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. All right, so we were all flying away, and only like 2 jets spawned. All right, and so I turned around, I killed one, and then Peter, John Lewis, and I were flying off, and then James was just in the back, and then the poor James. I mean, he got freaking struck by that one last jet. Like he got shot by a missile twice, and he still didn't blow up. He was like going down. And you should just see that because James was like, I refuse to jump out. And then we're like, James, no, jump out, you're going to die. And then he's like, no, I'm going down with it.
And then
But I mean, Matt, at least with your luck, somebody else would have gotten killed by the jet. Or the first one I killed would have been the one trying to kill you.
Well, I don't know. I think Matt is unlucky because he's actually
He's
good at
very
the game
unlucky.
and he's level like 100 and what level are you? Like 130, 140?
40 something.
I should be
140.
140 something.
James is just bad.
see, I'm not.
Like, but the jets, you can evade their missiles, but the tanks, they only miss for y'all apparently, because they don't miss for me.
No, it's pretty.
Or maybe they only hit you. Is what you
Yeah.
meant to say.
Matt-
I'm no expert at defense here, but I feel like if someone stole a jet from an airbase, I think they send more than 2 planes after them.
2 jets, man. 2
Maybe.
fucking jets. You fat bastard.
Well, I
Especially if
mean,
they get away too. Like if they get away, they're just like, oh well, we can't get them anymore.
Oh
Well, we gotta wait till they're
move on.
airborne. Then we'll send people after them.
Yeah, exactly.
well, I mean, Trevor stole the Merryweather jet, and they sent 2 jets after him. So.
Yeah, but they didn't shoot him
I
down.
mean-
They were like, they're just chit chat, weren't they? I
No,
haven't
they
played the
did. They
campaign forever.
shot him down. I
Oh,
tried to
yeah, that's
avoid
right.
it. I tried to
I was
avoid
thinking-
I
it.
have
I
no
was
idea what you're
thinking
talking about. I don't
nonstop.
play this game.
I watched
It's
nonstop
so-
like
By the way,
yesterday, so
mean,
I was
GTA
thinking about
had-
that.
Like, that was one of the greatest stories I've ever played. Like,
Okay.
All right, anyways,
Except for that.
let's transition to the Battlefield 1 hype. Fletcher, you know most about this, so let's have you talk about it.
Hey, we're done talking about GTA now,
You're a
so let's
fag.
talk about Battlefield 1. So, Battlefield
Y'all know
1.
we're done talking about GTA, though. We were talking about Battlefield 1.
Matt made it very clear that he wanted us to say that.
I think I should start by saying that I think the Beach
That's
Bum
gay.
DLC GTA was my favorite. That's
You
the
weren't
first thing I
even
should
there.
say.
shut up.
About-
Yeah, dude. Beach
Okay,
Bums DLC
that-
for Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1, very, very pretty. They're using that same technology they used in Battlefront, which they they make objects in real life and they scan them. That's why it looks so realistic.
Mhm.
They've only shown one map so far.
That's
But
one of the
that's not-
Zeppelin, right?
Yeah, one from that one, but it
No.
looks so.
That looks really cool
Now-
because like it has like 3 different dimensions to it, which is you really need for Battlefield. You have the vehicle combat, like the tanks and stuff, and the different kinds of like just cars with guns on them. You have the infantry, which is
won't play it.
the bread and butter of Battlefield, and then you have the air combat, which the air combat in that map particularly looks really cool.
Yeah, there's actually I've seen what they've said about their vehicles that they have. I think most of the planes that you can fly are going to be pretty similar because, well, that's realistic. They didn't really have many different types of airplanes in World War One, but ground combat's going to be pretty freaking crazy because there is going to be 3 different types of tanks. There's going to be the small, medium, and large, and small can hold. I think small you might be by yourself or it might be 2 people. Medium I know is either 3 or 4, and then large I think can hold like your whole group, whole squadron, like 5 or 6 people.
I wonder if they're gonna put in the classic World War One like land ship, like the giant pile of metal that basically moves.
Oh, no.
Well, yeah.
That'd be insane though. That'd be
All right, wait,
insanely
Fletcher,
slow, but that'd be
Fletcher,
really
you-
hilarious.
Do you know if the players are able to drive the Zeppelins, or if you can't?
Oh no! The Zeppelin is going to be like the giant walkers in Battlefront.
So you
it's
can
on
kinda
it's on a
get-
set
Revolution.
path. It's on a set path, but
But you
people
can,
can
like,
get
shoot
inside
it.
of it and shoot it. when
It's
it
kind of
comes.
like it's kind of like
Yeah.
Levolution in Battlefield 4.
What is that? I never
It's
really
like-
I
it's-
didn't play Battlefield 4.
Okay. Basically, that's when they have each map has a certain if you like shoot something or if you blow something up, it'll trigger this thing. Like
Oh,
for
yeah,
one
that's
map,
what-
for
that
one
is
map
what
it
it
like
is.
causes a sandstorm. One map it like brings
Yeah,
down
building
a
falls.
building. Yeah.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
Well, the way
Battlefield
they
1
have
is
it set up-
feminist. Or not feminist, it's anti-feminist.
Sick.
It's
Sick.
We can Matt. That's another
Matt,
topic. We'll talk about that. after
We'll get to
this.
that in a minute, Matt. We'll get to that in a minute.
Okay,
No,
but-
we're not.
We'll
Like-
get to that in a minute. Damn it, Matt.
Okay,
No,
but
we're
like you were saying, yeah, it is kind of like that because I think from what I've seen, the Zeppelin always flies in the same spot. Obviously, it's on the set path, and every game that I've seen, it always falls. So I mean, I'm pretty sure that
I mean, who would
always
want to fall
falls. Yeah, I know. So I'm pretty sure because what I've seen is if it does land, because it always goes above the village. So I think that's what they were That's what their main idea was, that because it'll be different if it lands out in an open field, but it always does go over the village right around.
Mhm.
I think they timed it perfectly because every time I've seen it, it's always fallen on the village. Maybe it's always falls in the village, but it completely destroys like 15 houses when it
Yeah.
lands on top of it. So it does change the map pretty significantly.
You know, Snoop Dogg thinks it's gonna be good. You know, it's gonna be good, man. I
Well,
saw
isn't there
him.
You know
supposed to be like
Wiz
64
Khalifa,
people in a
too.
game?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 32v32. So basically, what I think is it just looks like Battlefront, except way more way more vehicles.
Yeah,
There
less
weren't
repetitive.
barely any. Less repetitive, and more players that can play in a map. Better or the same or better graphics, and then of course it actually has a story mode. So that's kind of a plus.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious if you can, the Zeppelin's flying over the enemy spawn, then you take it out there, and they're all spawning in, and it just wipes them all out.
That would be great, dude. Imagine how many kills that one guy that took down the Zeppelin would get.
Oh my god, dude. That's insane.
Maybe get a high score called hacks.
Yeah, and they have like things where it does. I've seen. Oh, I mean, almost all the guns have little, the bayonets on them, and it does a really cool animation if you run up, because there's like a really weird like sprint maneuver thing you can do with the bayonet I've seen, where if you're holding the gun, you're like, I don't know if you press something and you hold the gun up to yourself, like you're going to use the bayonet instead of actually shooting it, because what I've saw someone play, and they started like their character is sprinting really fast. They run up and stab someone in the chest, and it was this really cool animation where they like push the guy to the ground with the bayonet.
Yeah, they have really good animations. Pretty much all the Battlefield games, in my opinion.
They really do.
What would be a cool idea I think, is if they added a mode where it was like actual World War I realism. Because let's be real, that map that they showed, I don't really think that's how World War I really played out in a battlefield sense. It was more about trenches, right? So it'd be cool if they added a mode.
Depends. Trenches were a really big part, but there also was the giant just fest in World War I too.
So
that was.
So what'd be cool is if they added a mode where it's like a Verdun mode. Have you ever played that game? Alright, basically you're in the trenches, right?
You told us about that, I think.
Okay, well basically you can go over the trenches and attack, then you have to come back and defend your trenches. It's just a really cool idea.
Well, the thing is, in Battlefront, which, I mean, I'm kind of basing most of what I know, what I can expect off of Battlefront.
At least it's not hardline.
Yeah, at least it's not hardline.
Yeah.
But I'm basing what most I can expect off of Battlefront. And, I mean, in Battlefront, they did have stuff like that. They had, like, they capture they have all, like, I think they're obviously going to have all, like, the basic game modes and stuff, capture the flag, and stuff like that.
Team deathmatch, all that crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hype.
They've been complaining about anti-feminism in it though.
Oh my god! Are we really gonna start this?
Start
this? Wait, I don't know.
We're gonna educate. We're gonna educate some.
No. I don't know anything about this, so educate me.
Okay, I'll educate you.
We'll educate you.
Okay, so I can't remember. Maybe Matt showed me this, or maybe
No, you found it and you showed it to us.
I found it. I showed it to Matt. It was this video calling Battlefield 1 sexist because there aren't any females in the game. Like you can't play as female characters, and then people are saying stuff like. Their argument was, well, the whole game's not realistic, so why couldn't they just give us the ability to choose what gender? Well, my argument is, the thing is, they want their game to be as realistic as possible
while making fun,
while maintaining the fun factor. So if they made it realistic, where if you get shot in the spleen, you're on the floor crawling, and if you the Zeppelin falls 100 yards away and a dust cloud blinds your character for 15 minutes.
Their reasoning was that not the machines always worked, but no one wants to play a game that doesn't work.
Exactly.
I mean, exactly. I'll get so pissed if I was about to shoot somebody, my gun jammed, pulls in my pistol jams too. I'll be so pissed. I wouldn't play the game anymore after that. That's the BS I'm not going to expect.
Here's what I think people misunderstand about this, right? So I feel like people mistake realism with setting of a game. Like it doesn't matter how realistic your combat is. Like you want to keep your setting, like in that area.
Yes, if this was World War II, Go ahead, put some ladies in there because they were in World War II. I'm pretty sure. I don't know much about history.
I think they just started. I'm not sure though.
Okay.
I think they
World
were
War-
nurses. weren't
They were barely in either war. Like they
I think they
female
were nurses.
women have just barely started to be like a major role in military.
In
Like
armed
World War
forces.
One and World War Two.
Oh, you're
I
lying.
know that Germany did have a platoon of women that fought in World War One. I think they also had some in World War Two, and there were some women there fighting in Africa. I think that was because they were just low on soldiers, but 99%, probably more than 99%, were nurses, and that's just how it was.
Yeah.
And then in Vietnam or something, there were no women at all. They had male nurses. I don't know. They just didn't have like barely any females in Vietnam.
Well, 'cause
Vietnam
nobody-
was mostly draft.
Vietnam, nobody liked
Because
Vietnam.
Vietnam was a complete.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Nobody-
mostly
nobody liked that
draft,
war.
though. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
then they tried Vietnamization, or that's what Reagan tried at least, and it was basically they trained Vietnamese citizens or
Yeah. I know
so
what you're
that
talking
they
about.
could send our soldiers back. But now we're not even talking about games; we're just talking about the Vietnam War.
Okay.
we got off
Yeah.
track. Basically, yeah. Realism in combat and realism in setting are two very different things.
They should not mess together.
No.
Yeah, but
I mean, they should. It's like I'm fine with them not meshing together because that allows more possibilities. But like, I don't think you can really be upset about it at that point, though.
I mean, like, just don't call a game something it's not just because they don't have something you like. Like, for instance, Battlefront, I don't call it a bad game. At first, after playing it for like a week, I didn't like it because it got repetitive. But I recently started playing again, and I'm back in love with it because they added things that they didn't have at the very beginning that I didn't like. Well, I didn't like that didn't have, and then when they added it in, it was a game, and like I didn't call it a bad game just because it didn't have something I wanted. I just said I didn't like it.
You focus on the things that was on it already.
Yeah.
I almost feel like they're trying to compare it to like Call of Duty or something. Like in Black Ops 3, you can do like the nay and you can freaking
Fletcher.
dab in Black Ops 3.
Fletcher,
You're not moving at all. You're just sitting there.
your
I
face
know
cam's out of sync.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, am I the only one seeing this?
He's still talking. Look at Fletcher, turn off your face cam and turn it back on.
Oh my god.
How is he doing
No,
this?
Fletcher, you're real.
I am God.
That picture. You're going to blur out his picture, Matt. You're going to blur that out.
Oh
Yeah,
my
no, it
god.
is until you tell.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't really matter though. Well, we'll wait on his picture to come back before we start talking again.
No, we can keep
Oh
talking.
my
It may
God.
never come back.
Okay, well, it doesn't really matter though because you don't even see your character.
Yeah,
It's an FPS game.
You see them when they're dead. No, you see them when you're dead.
that's true.
Well,
He goes into third
yeah,
person real
but-
quick.
I mean, but honestly, I wouldn't care if they were all.
Oh wait, no. I
would
saw
play as a
in
freaking woman.
in,
Like,
in a Battlefront. I've probably watched like 2 hours of gameplay. You don't really
You
see
can go
your
into
character.
Yeah, you can go third person in Battlefront, but you haven't been able to do that in any other
Battlefield
yeah.
Thanks,
Like you
Thanks,
can go into third.
Yeah.
You can go into third person
in
when
the
you're
movie.
driving,
Yeah.
and you can like barely see your character in the Doom buggy or something.
Yeah, but what I was saying was when you're talking about is it not moving again?
No, you're good. You're good.
no,
Okay.
No,
it's just your profile pictures. All I'm seeing.
Okay. Well, listen.
Terrible.
You're
terrible.
talking about how when you die, you sometimes see your character. I don't think that's in Battlefield 1 because I've seen clips of people dying, and basically it's in first person. Your character falls on the ground, and they don't do it like a ragdoll type thing where it's random.
an animation.
You see, it's more of an animation. Your camera always falls like. It kind of like shakes, and then
So
you
it's not
always
like
look.
GTA
You always see
getting
the
back
sky.
in first person.
No, it's not like that. Like you don't have your face on the ground or anything, so it doesn't look bad. So even when you die, you really don't see your character.
See, I don't know why video games switched to ragdolls because it used to be all about death animations, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it personally, I feel like that's more satisfying just looking.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
if you because like when you shoot somebody and they just fall and just lay backwards, it's not
Yeah,
really.
that reminds
I mean,
me in GTA when I'm playing, where I'm like playing as Michael. He has that slow motion ability to like
Yeah.
slow down time when he's shooting. I always it sucks because I want to make their death. I want to like when I shoot somebody, I want to
make
make
it
the
look
death.
cool,
I want to make it look cool. You know that really cool someone
like spy
falls
movie
down.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like when they're dying on the ground, they're like laying there and they look all cool. I don't want them to just fall limp and have their ass in the air or something.
well, I mean, I think the only time ragdoll mode like should be used is like in an explosion, because I mean, unless you want to do what Black Ops does and just like completely destroy the body, like arms, legs, head flying everywhere.
That'd actually be good too. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
I
it's
can see
World
them
War
doing
One.
that.
It wasn't a pretty sight.
I know, but like if you
I'd
don't
see
want
them
to do that, then use the ragdoll animation. I'm saying that's what I'm trying to like
Yeah.
say. 'Cause, I mean,
I'd
it's pretty
see them.
cool. Like in battle front, whenever you're watching people like get like exploded, especially by the thermal imploders, it's freaking awesome. Because I mean, like that game, they did such a great job with like the combat and like how open it is. Because you can be running like with like 4 people beside you, and then like a grenade goes off, and you just turn, look to your side, and you just see people exploding, getting shot, and it's just like you feel like you're actually there.
But I also feel like that's that game's downfall because you can be playing with a bunch of friends and be really coordinated and try to push the objectives, but one person with a thermal detonator can just wipe you out.
Yeah, I
So
know.
it doesn't really reward team play.
But it looks fun.
It looks
Yeah,
cool.
the
It looks
thing
it
is,
looks
yeah,
cool.
that game really doesn't have any team coordination in Battlefront. Everyone's just running around. I think everyone's still just trying to look around. They're like, "Whoa, Star Wars!"
Yeah.
And they're just kind of
It
looking.
sounds
like,
so
it's
cool.
Star Wars. It's Star Wars. It's freaking Star Wars.
The one thing Battlefront could have done better with their combat, like their combat was pretty much perfect. The one thing they could have done better was having the vehicles actually there, and you go get inside of them.
Did you guys uh,
Oh yeah, so
did you guys see the leaked footage for Battlefront 3? Okay, so basically, Battlefront 3. No, Battlefront 3.
They've
the one
already
that
had.
they're no, the one that they're making before they got shut down. So it looked really good. Like it was on a Coruscant map, and the dude got in a ship, I think, and he like got into a ship, then flew into like space, and so it had like dynamic space and land battles.
Okay, that would have been fucking awesome.
Mhm.
Like, you know how cool that would. Like that would have like you can ask Fletcher and John Lewis this. Like when I first got that X-wing power up, like I legit started tearing up. Like you could tell I was about to cry just from the way I was talking. Because for me, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, like huge. And when I was able like to look around that X-wing, like first like.
Oh, you cut out.
Yeah,
Wait. Go back. You cut out.
Go back to where.
Look around that X-wing. First person.
Yeah, first
Oh
person.
yeah, when you
X-wing.
get to look around on that X-wing first person, like with almost real life graphics, like it's like a dream come true. It felt like I was flying, an X-wing, but I never saw that footage. So now it's like you saying that, I would have so much like to like to being able to fly up into space with the X-wing, and just have a space battle, because space battles were the best part of Battlefront.
So Sam, do me a favor and turn off your camera to turn it back on because you're having the same issue that Fletcher did. Oh yeah. So we'll move on to Overwatch.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool.
You've been playing Overwatch, right?
Yeah, dude.
I don't know much
I'm
about it
obsessed.
because I don't have it yet.
Yeah, none of us here play it besides you. So.
I'm addicted, bro. So like, do you
I
want me to give
wanna
you a
play
quick
it.
rundown of what the game is?
Yeah, just give us a quick rundown, like the highlights.
It's a 6v6. I guess you could say, I wouldn't say tactical first-person shooter, but it relies a lot on team play. You think about Team Fortress 2 mixed with. I don't really want to say mixed with, actually, like just added onto that. It's a lot more fast-paced. It's a lot more fun. The abilities are a bit cooler. The classes are a bit more in depth, in my opinion. But
So
But
what? It's just a new Team 4. It's
like,
like
no,
how
it's-
it's like how Battlefield 4 was to Battlefield 3, almost the same, just better
no, I wouldn't say
slightly.
that. I wouldn't say that. I'd say it's
Oh,
more
I
like
like Battlefield 3 better.
it has a lot of similarities with Team Fortress 2, but that's because it's like also a mix between a MOBA game and a first-person shooter, if that makes sense. Because you're playing with your team, you're relying a lot on team fights, and you have to rely on the abilities that you're using. And the really cool aspect they have of the game is the ultimates. Basically, the more you use that character in a match, it doesn't build over to the next one, but the more you use it in that match, you build up a meter to 100% of your ultimate, and each character has an ultimate ability they can use that can completely like just change the tone of a game. So like for example, Symmetra has a teleport she can put down to where
Who is Symmetra?
Symmetra's a hero in the game, a support hero. She has a teleport she can put down, and if you die, you can just run through the portal, get straight back into the action immediately. So it saves a lot of time and it can allow you to get out of really bad situations. Or there is a hero called Junkrat, which is my favorite, honestly, and his
robot
ultimate
one.
his ultimate is like it's I hate you is this wheel that you drive it towards people and it explodes and you can take out just a bunch of people at once. It's really cool, and also it can really grow into be something a competitive game like Counter-Strike.
Pretty
Mhm.
much.
I mean,
Mhm.
it's
I actually have a question for you. I've seen like on YouTube or whatever. There's a lot. There's like 30 of these like Oh, my video just turned off. I don't know why.
It was never on.
Yeah, I know yours hasn't loaded either, Sam.
Yeah, Sam. I saw Fletcher.
Oh, I couldn't see either one of them.
Now I can't see either one of them.
Oh boy.
All right, Fletcher, you had a question.
Okay, there's like 40 of these cinematic trailer things that I've seen
Mhm.
on YouTube for Overwatch. I don't know if they're like each for the individual characters, whatever. Is there any sort of like story or anything, or is there any sort of backstory or anything like that?
There definitely is a backstory. There is some lore, and but it's not actually in the game. The game is completely focused on multiplayer,
All right.
which the good news is the multiplayers are really fun. So that's all I really play.
Oh, good.
And
Well, I don't
also,
know. The internet's already taken the liberty to ship like every character.
oh
in
god,
this
I know
game.
it's a crime against humanity.
I swear there's like 12 terabytes.
Fletcher, you don't even.
What?
Okay, I wasn't gonna go there, but
I would know.
Hey.
you don't even play the game.
Actually, well, this is a little off topic, but still kind of has to do with Overwatch.
Then please don't tell
so-
us about your porn adventures.
Please
It
don't.
was
Not the
about-
video. Not the
so,
video.
Did
No,
you find
no,
Overwatch
no.
porn?
Yes.
Man, I could pull it up right now. There's
Don't
probably-
do.
There's hundreds of
No,
thousands.
but no.
And
But
I haven't
this
even
wasn't like-
searched it. I just
This
see it on
wasn't like-
funny.
Remember to share your screen.
My screen
What
is
did
shared
you do?
for me.
I'm just kidding, don't
Just
share
start
your
panicking randomly. Oh,
No!
there he goes.
screen. All
Matt, you said it. You don't.
I was kidding.
You said that too late, you
Oh,
idiot.
okay, you're good. Okay, you're good. The next technical difficulty.
Okay. So
No,
wait,
anyways,
I
back to my
have
porn
not.
adventure.
I'm gonna go ahead and put this out here. I have not looked up Overwatch porn.
I haven't either.
But
I
I
haven't
can
either.
just tell you that if I go on social media and I type in the word edgy, it won't take long for you to find some. Not you. It won't take long.
But no, I freaking. But
Why'd you
Wait,
yank
no,
your
here-
earbuds?
Well, I didn't
Here's
mean to,
how-
I just
here-
turned my face. And it...
all right, but here's how fucked up like America is, because I was in America at the time. when
Here
all
we
this
go.
was up. But I typed in Pornhub, all right, clicked on it, all right, didn't type in anything else. Let's just stop, okay? Cuttings for
What are
later.
you doing?
Hey,
All right, anyways,
that tastes good.
all right,
What are
anyways,
you doing? You why?
guys, all right. So,
Oh.
anyways,
Hey Sam, stop interrupting, man.
Seriously, Sam.
fine. I won't tell you about my porn.
Nah,
adventure.
let's go. Let's go. It's cool.
All right,
Actually,
so
wait.
this wasn't even an
Don't
adventure,
tell
though.
us.
But no, anyways, right when I clicked on it, it goes hottest porns in America. You know how it does, like obviously in America, Overwatch, both like Overwatch porn, Overwatch anal. I was like,
Underlook.
What?
I've seen
Sick.
one.
Sick. All right.
Good
Can we
one,
please-
Matt.
Can we please go
I've
to the
seen.
topic?
I've seen a title. There,
I'm just frozen. It was frozen like this.
Alright, can we please get off this topic before this goes any more terribly?
My favorite one's Anal Watch.
Anal beads. You know, I once
Okay,
fisted a
let's
girl
get back
so
on the
much,
video game
but
and not-
I lost
Yeah,
my watching her ass.
please, can we please go back to normal video games for normal people?
You know, there is a Santa video game where you can like f Mrs. Claus.
Why are you telling us this?
That's the most off topic so far.
Okay, well, this has been Toolshed Talk. If you want to see more, then subscribe. Then oh my god.
Oh god, it's all over my floor.
Oh my
Alright,
There's no
Fletcher, that's so freaking hot. You know what time it is? Lotion
It's time for me to leave. It's time for me to leave.
I love it.
It's time for me to leave.
Okay, well, that's
The sound
Toolshed
effects.
Talk. If you want more, subscribe, and will see you in the
No,
next
shut the f up. No, you better. No, dude. Go. What the f wrong with you?